dropped 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 dimes. Jaylen Brown, 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 dimes. Nobody did anything for Boston off the bench just after I got done talking about how good the bench was. The turnovers for Boston are just killing me. I think they had 18 turnovers. You can't do that. You cannot do that. 18 turnovers are way too many. So Boston is down 3-2 now. Are they in trouble? In a game where Steph Curry had an off night, they still weren't even close to winning the game. They gotta take care of those turnovers. If they have over 14 turnovers, I think is the number, it's probably not gonna be a win. Look, they don't even, in game 6, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need to step up, and it doesn't even necessarily need to be from a point production standpoint, because Boston can get points from other places. They have all playoffs. They have, so they don't need to, drop 70 points between them, because they can get points from other places. But what they need to do is play with some efficiency, and they need to do that as a team. Play with some efficiency and not turn the ball over. Those turnovers are just so killer, because not only do you not get a shot on your end, you usually give something up in transition on the other end. So it's a double. Not only do you not score, but then you give up points. So it's like a 4-point or potentially 6-point swing. Obviously, there are other factors to look at. Typically, if you win the rebounding battle, it goes a long way in winning the game, and Boston shouldn't really have a problem with that. They're the bigger, faster team, stronger, bigger team. But again, you gotta take care of the turnovers first. Then you can start to worry about some of the other things. I think the other thing to look for in game 6 is who's gonna step up besides Steph. I think we know that Steph is gonna step up. He had a huge game last game in Boston. He had a bad game this past game, over 9 from 3. He's not gonna repeat that. So I think we can expect Steph to have a good game, but who's gonna be the other one to step up? It could be Clay. Clay's been inconsistent, but this is game 6, and we all know game 6 Clay is a different type of Clay. Last game it was Wiggins. Jordan Poole gave him some good minutes off the bench as well, but I think if Steph and Clay combined for over 60, the Warriors have a real good chance of taking a trophy. So anyways, I do think that Boston will win game 6. I've had Boston in 7 the whole time. I'm not gonna come off it now. And I do think Steph has a good night. I do think Steph has a good game 6. But I still think Boston gets the dub. I think they cut down on the turnovers. And I hope they do, God. But anyways, yeah. So give me Boston in game 6 and Boston in game 7. But yeah, no. Actually, there's no way this ain't going 7 games, because Boston is not losing 3 in a row to end the season. Right? Yeah. Boston Kristaps Porzingis didn't turn out. I like a Christian Wood though. I think he's good. I think, obviously he's young. But I like that. I like that Christian Wood with Luka. I think they gave up. Let me see what they gave up. The Houston Rockets are trading Christian Wood to the Dallas Mavericks for the 26th pick in the 2022 draft. Boban Marjanovic, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and Sterling Brown. Okay. Interesting trade. Interesting trade. Anyways, we'll see. We'll evaluate that deal next season when we can see what's going on. Alright, let's talk about the Warriors and what they need, what they're going to need to close out this series. I think they're going to need Draymond. Going into the series, I thought that Draymond was the one player that the Warriors couldn't do without. If anybody else went down, if any other one player went down, the Warriors could still compete and win as long as that player was not Draymond. That's what I thought. And then, of course, going in, he has not had a great finals, but his value isn't numbers, anyways, that you can see on the stat sheet. He never has crazy numbers like that. He's more of a facilitator. He is a rim protector and a defender and a rebounder. So, there are stats that he impacts, but that's not his total value necessarily. No, his value is beyond the stat sheet, though. His numbers are never going to be looking crazy or like MVP, like finals MVP level numbers, nothing like that. But he's a motivator, an instigator, a leader. He is a rebounder, a defender, a rim protector, a facilitator. So, he is going to impact some stats, but generally speaking, not really the value that he brings to that team. I am a little bit concerned if Game 6 Clay shows up. If Game 6 Clay shows up, and he might, because if you look at his numbers in Games 1 and 2 versus Games 3, 4, and 5, I got him right here. 13 points per game in Games 1 and 2. 13 points per game, 30% shooting, field goal percentage, 4 made threes. In Games 3, 4, and 5, 21.3 points per game, 44% field goal shooting percentage, and 14 made threes. So he's definitely figuring some stuff out with this series. And then, I don't have to tell you, Game 6 Clay doesn't play around. Remember the 2016 Western Conference Finals? 41 points, 11 of 18 from 3. That was versus the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2016. In 2018, again, the Western Conference Finals. 35 points, 9 of 14 from 3. 6 rebounds versus the Houston Rockets. And finally, this year, the 2022 Western Conference semifinals against the Memphis Grizzlies. 30 points, 8 of 14 from 3, and 8 rebounds. So yeah, Game 6 Clay, I'm concerned, but not concerned enough to change my pick. I was trying to decide what triggers I wanted to do for today's video, like what do I want to tap on and stuff. And I got a pair of shoes because I wanted to do another shoe collection video, and I'm going to, but in the meantime, I was like, well, why don't I just grab these pair of shoes and get some good sounds out of that. So here we go. Y'all already know. Okay, it's a little bit blown out. Let me just... So I love this shoe. So, first of all, I wear my shoes. So they're not like, I collect sneakers, but I wear them. So they get like a little bit dirty or whatever. And get some light creasing. You know, I'm okay with like light creasing. Because I wear them. Shoes are meant to be worn. So these are what the Kobe 9 Elite High, what the Kobe colorway. Can you see this traction? I'm not usually a big fan of high tops, but I love these. I always get comments on these when I wear them. Always. The traction on these is outstanding. It's like a foot. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of hard to see maybe for you, but it's like a foot on the bottom, and it's crazy because when I first put my foot into a Kobe 9, I was like wondering what this traction was going to be like because it doesn't seem like it would be that great, but it's the best traction I've ever, of any shoe I've ever put on. Ever. It's crazy. It's like, you want to talk about stop on a dime, cut on a dime. The traction is bananas. So with the 9s, they did an Elite. They did an Elite 9 and then an Engineered Mesh 9. And to me, the Engineered Mesh actually my favorites, definitely. Alright, guys, that's about all I have for you tonight. Thank you for watching. Please, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.